And we're going. I said we're going.
Yes, you actually have to fight the gym leader before you can get through the gates that lead to the dwarves, or your Pokemon won't listen to you.
How many gyms until the final for the Elite Four?
You need actually 14. You got to go to Johto and the Kanto region.
Oh God. Oh.
Can we avoid Lavender Town because that place was fucking depressing?
All right. You're right. So, what are your plans for the afternoon? You sort of looks like you're staying here for the evening. You've got your inn you're staying at and everything.
We're all back at the inn, correct?
Yes, as far as I understand, everybody's sort of
I think everyone went back
for midday drinking.
Yeah, I think Leah
We
did
like
the last thing of the day.
Yeah, everyone was here, and Brooke shows up, a bloody mess.
Brooke showed up, bloody mess. I think he's sitting outside right now. I think Leah would come back afterwards. Sitting outside, trying to clean himself off and reaching his thing and grumbling. Shit wasn't supposed to turn out this way.
As I'm coming back in, I guess see him just be like, what's up?
Oh, not much. Got in a bar fight. May or may not have accidentally gutted someone.
Sounds like you've had a decent time.
Oh, great. Fantastic, even. How about you? Kill anyone on your way to get more hats, I guess?
Pastries this time, and I'll open the box and offer him some.
I don't need sugar.
Yeah. I walk away.
Can I have his?
Oh, when did you get here? Bring him.
What's that?
He's outside cleaning himself. Brooke is coming in right now.
As soon as he said, I don't eat sugar, I'm just going into the tavern.
Wait. Oh, all right.
Done. And I'll approach the rest of the party and drop one of the box of pastries on the table and keep the cookies hidden to myself a bit.
Kaylin excitedly grabs one.
Help yourselves, guys.
Rogar is going to reluctantly grab one, thinking of his girlish figure.
I promise they're probably not poisoned.
You're gonna have to do a lot of squats after that one, Rogar.
Okay, hold on. Out of character? What is this?
Yeah, what in the holy, unholy fuck is going on? It's just a man talking to me.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
I don't know what happened.
It was like someone
Who made
was...
Crusty DJ?
My control button didn't work. That's what happened.
What in the fuck?
Oh.
There we
Go
go.
ahead.
I was half expecting him to ask me if I knew the way. To be honest with you.
Oh, damn it.
That happens, I would have immediately petitioned whoever was to be kicked.
Alright. Well, that's a little more in tune with where we are. Alright. So, yeah.
Rogar takes a sweet.
Yes, I took a sweet reluctantly.
I'm reluctant. You not like sweets?
No, I have to watch my girlish figure.
Oh my god, is this a ranger thing?
Yes. Very, very self-conscious. You know,
Rogar, I'll split one half with you.
sounds good, man. Thank you.
Okay. Pull one out, split it in half, toss it to him.
Okada walks over to Brigham. I think it's time for that drink, sir.
Sounds like a plan. Gotta forget about this shit anyway. Hopefully we don't get too mixed up in whatever the hell Burke was doing over there.
I want nothing to do with why he's covered in blood.
Yeah, I was kind of not sure and like about him, and then he walked in covered in blood, and now, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure about him.
Okada signals to the bartender and puts out enough money for both him and Brigham's drink.
I'll bring him buying your drink.
Well, no, I'll not say no to a drink.
I'm just gonna sit nearby and start reading the book on the local flora and fauna of the mountains that I picked up.
Okay.
Just
Brooke is finished cleaning himself off to the best of his ability, so he's going to come inside and slap a couple gold coins on the table. Order a couple gallons, I say a couple, entire barrel of ale.
All right, you're gonna and she's gonna or it's you're at the good one, right? The good
It's
end
the
at
good
this
one.
point.
I don't think
Vanderhoff's-
he's back at the back.
You're not back at the pig's flag. The pig's flag, and Jerry Vanderhoff seems really excited. He tries to strike up a conversation with you, but seeing the money, he rushes up to get the ale. Coming back excitedly with a large cask that he quickly puts the stopper in, creating the hole, and pouring you a large glass.
Ah, thank you.
Right. Not a problem. If you need more than this, I'll be happy to oblige.
We'll see about that. You can carry on.
He shuffles off back to his bar to help other patrons.
Brooke's gonna down his first drink, slam it down, wipe the rim of his helmet, and turn to the party. So how are we all doing on funds, by the way? Before we head off to these dwarves.
Oh,
Are you asking how
Wait.
much money we have?
Oh wait,
That
are we?
was
Wait.
a
Are
little
we
bit
not
less
going to
settled.
address what? Are we just glossing over the blood stuff?
Oh, I'll get to that in a bit. More importantly, money.
are you asking so you can take it or what?
No. Look, my fine scaled friend. This is one thing you need to know about dwarves. To be incredibly blunt and generalize quite a bit, and probably risk offending quite a few people. They fucking love money.
I want to roll an insight check on him.
All right, roll. You can't really get a read on him. You don't know if he's telling the truth or if he's lying.
Fact of the matter is, I'm near broke. Despite my extravagant display here. All this fine ale I'll be drinking. And I'm sure you guys aren't very well off either.
What do you suggest is the minimum amount we take to these dwarves?
200-300 gold pieces a piece. You got a cough going on there? Honor boy?
Honor boy.
Yeah, it's a nice name for you.
No, that is not my name.
Well, you're very honorable. Yes? And you are a boy.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If he's honor boy, you can be stinky ballsack, because that's
You know
what you
what?
smell and look like.
You know what? I don't know what it look like, but
Mm,
I'm okay with that. I'll stick with that.
Rugger
Until he
laughs so
earns,
hard
until he
spits
earns a new
fire out of his
nickname.
nose.
He's Honor Boy for now. We're getting distracted.
So why do I need to have more money? Exactly.
Dwarven guards are sticklers for the rules, generally speaking. But a little bit of liberal application of money tends to loosen their grip on the rule book just a little bit.
Mhm. I know dwarves. And dwarves like to party.
There's that too.
So,
Dwarves
so
love
they
ale.
like me
I love ale. You love ale. Who doesn't love ale?
still chewing my sweets.
Ale's cheaper than just giving away gold. I'm fine with buying them drinks.
A good song's cheaper than ale.
But dwarves like both. Can't have one without the other. Besides, they got master craftsmen. Generally. Unless you're talking about the small hamlets, but got plenty of fine wares to sell. And despite their down-to-earth appearance, they actually have quite a few magical
Was that a short
vendors.
joke?
No. What? Why
Down
would you
to
assume
earth?
that? Why is there always race with you people?
It's always race with you.
yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Now, hey, I think I've explained already. You know, we'll carry on for now. We'll talk about this later in private, not on the floor where all these nice people can hear us. Yeah, how are you doing today, ma'am? Good to see you.
It's hard to live down
I'll
first
stick my nose back
impressions.
in my book and keep listening.
So if we don't have the money, what do you suggest?
It's plenty of work in town. We're in a big city. Biggest one around for quite a while.
people are suffering now.
People will be suffering now, later, and probably after we're done. Fact of the
People
matter
are suffering that
is,
we can help right now.
actually not right now. It'll take us about a week to get there.
I think
Point
you might
is-
be on to something. We may need to stock up some money to help people in the long run.
Yeah, there you go.
And
Okay,
we
those
would
were
be
smart.
helping people here while earning money doing it.
Exactly.
What do you suggest exactly? Mercenary work?
See if people need guards or need an infestation of something cleared out near here. I'm sure they have pests around here that could be problematic to farmers and the like.
Always check the marketplace. It's usually wanted.
See if there's something that something they want fetched from a rare creature, or I don't know. I'm sure there's work to be had.
Oh, babysitting flyer.
Well, I don't think you should
Why do you
take that
sit
job.
on babies?
It's. We'll talk about it later.
I don't think you should go anywhere near me.
I was talking about me, Rogar.
That's good, because
I don't
won't
like
sit on
children.
babies either.
That's fine. I don't think that we're getting distracted again, gentlemen and ladies. And
Whatever we do, we need to do it quickly.
all right. Well then, I have a bit of an idea, and it is somewhat tangentially related to the whole blood and bar fight thing. So just sit tight and listen.
Do we want to discuss this in the open?
Oh, right. I suppose we are out in the open where we can see. Yes, ma'am. I see you looking still. Yes.
Starting to draw more and more attention the louder and drunker he gets.
All right. Why don't we just go ahead and head? Do we have a room yet? I didn't even
I think
ask.
somebody has a room.
I believe Okada set up the rooms. I don't think you've been to them. You maybe went to set your shit down in them.
All right. Wonderful. Let's go to the room. Which I'm assuming one of you fine folk has already gotten. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing all the work.
It's already been set up.
Fantastic. Anyway,
Is
count.
one of them big enough for us to all gather for a little bit?
There is.
Yeah. There's probably one big enough for
Room is
7
big
of you,
enough.
8 of you.
Okay,
Cram it
we'll
in.
stick Brooke near the window and open it.
Alright, so Brooke's gonna awkwardly try and manhandle this barrel of ale up the staircase, I'm assuming. Anyone want to give me a hand with this as I go up?
Okada pushes past and walks up the stairs.
All right.
Just
fine.
leave it. Just leave it.
I paid to pay for this gold.
It will
It's a
be
lot of
here
money.
when you get back.
I don't have much money.
You should
Be here. Where do you think we are?
You should spend your money
We
wisely.
get pushes past
Look,
him, though.
we need money.
I will make
Ale
sure
is
that if it's
important.
Brooke, leave it here, and I'll make sure if it gets touched that we know. And I'm going to cast alarm in a small cube around his barrel.
So this only goes off if other people touch it, not me.
It only goes off if people that I don't want
And
to
he's
touch it touch
quickly pushing his hand in and out of the cube.
it. It's not going off.
Sure.
Kaylin
What's
goes
the,
around
Pat,
making sure not to
what-
touch him.
It's a
So
ritual
what trips?
cast.
What trips it? I know, but what trips it?
Anything that I don't want to touch it. So if anybody other than Brooke touches his barrel, it'll go off. Or my
Can they make a save or anything to get past
No,
it?
no,
Or is it
it's
You can
just a
dispel it.
tripwire.
no save.
You can dispel it if
save.
you know it's there, but no.
Oh yeah,
Otherwise,
if they detect it, they can detect it and dispel it.
they'd have to
Okay.
spell.
Also, I'm casting it so that it makes a very loud ringing sound throughout the tavern, and not just in my head.
Okay. Okay. Let's see if
Freaking brilliant.
It's safe now, Brooke. Let's go.
All right. Well, all right. You trust me here. He's constantly looking back as he heads up the stairs.
where exactly do you leave it? Are you leaving it in the staircase, or are you gonna go and set it back on the bar?
Staircase.
On the staircase.
It's on the bar. It's on the bar.
Okay. You leave it on the bar. Okay. Got it. So you head to your room. You manage to squeeze yourself in. Brooke, you prop him against the window, or he props himself against the window, with it open. Everybody's sort of sitting on the two bunks. We'll assume everybody is two-door room, is how we'll do it. And you're in somebody's room. You got two people on either bunks just sitting there listening. Two people have to stand, and then there's Brooke. Yeah.
Right. So,
go ahead.
while I was there doing my brilliant investigation work, while the rest of you were busy doing equally important work that was not investigation work and did not involve possibly, maybe not murdering someone, I happened to learn that there's a local gang extorting local businesses. The thing about local businesses is they tend to have money. Quite a lot of money, in fact, usually our money. So I took it upon myself to, one, attempt to help a relative of an old friend with the current problem, and two, possibly, get us a little bit of goodwill to local commerce, maybe even the local guard, get us a little extra cash in pocket, dealing with the ruffians, and I may or may not have cut someone's neck, but to be fair, they drew first, and admittedly, then they put away the swords, but they drew swords. They drew first. It never be said I'm not a fair man.
Why did they draw their swords on you?
I may or may not have brained one of them with a mug, but I paid for the mug beforehand. That's the important bit. Technically, my mug.
Did you?
So you instigated a fight and then killed them.
Only one. That was an accident.
Did you have
Did not-
evidence that these men were actually doing something wrong, or did you just trust the relative of an old friend?
He's clearly not. Hadn't thought it through quite that much till this
Okay,
point.
then. So,
Flakes a little bit.
mountains?
Well, he
No,
picks up-
no, no mountains. Just give me like a few minutes. Rogar, cover for me while I think about this.
he brings up a good point. If there are people extorting, I would wager that they have more money than the local businesses. And we typically don't take too kindly to people who are ruining things in town.
Are there people
We-
extorting, though?
Well, if
Of
there
course not. Dwarves are the most honorable of people.
They're
Yeah.
not dwarves.
Of course, there's people extorting.
If-
everyone's alive and in a city, so something is definitely going on.
Yes, but is it these people that he's talking about, and is it really bad enough
If
to warrant us
if
getting
there
involved?
is, we can do some investigating, looking around, and see for ourselves. If we
You have
don't
any
feel,
proof?
I don't have any proof, but we could get some. And if we don't feel like there's people doing anything wrong, we don't have to do anything.
All right,
Well-
Brooke, who was it that told you about this?
What? Oh, owner down at the pig slap, Slip City Slap.
How many mugs does he have?
That's
One
the
less
seedy
now.
place, right?
That was the nice. Hey, it wasn't seedy. It was a very fine establishment 20, 30 some years ago. It's a little bit rougher around the edges now, but yes.
Is that because there's blood everywhere, or
Okay, the blood. I actually think that improved the decor a little bit. All right, brightened it up.
My most
I'd
important,
agree.
the most important thing to me is, did the town guard get involved, and do they know you?
They don't know me. They didn't get involved that I know of. I did scream guards before I left, but
Were
it
you
was running high
spotted by
speed.
anybody before we go traipsing back into the place where you committed a crime?
We are
Well, he
are in a
was-
city.
he was obviously seen by the owner because he ordered a beer or an ale.
It was an ale. It's a very fine
Right.
ale.
So after starting a fight and
think.
cutting a man in this person's establishment, do you think you're welcome there again?
Brooke thinks for a minute about the kind of a place it is. Yeah, probably.
Well,
Not
how
to
about we go
mention-
there and have you wait outside?
It's great. Do we have a disguise? Do you have a broom?
I can disguise somebody.
Not to mention, you killed one and left the other ones there to go off and warn somebody else. I'd say the element of surprise is over.
Oh, I need a surprise when you kick down doors.
We may want to talk to other business owners. If it's happening to one, it probably happens to more than one.
Yes, perfect.
And
Excellent.
if we find out that more than one are being extorted, we may be able to find out a description of the person who collects and go from there. Maybe not.
No, sounds like a good idea to me. I don't see anything wrong with it.
So should we use the afternoon to go and talk to some of the local shops?
If we do, we should pair off. No reason for any of us to go alone.
Great, I'll go with the honor boy.
And I'll go with the jelly pastry.
Yeah.
I'll stay with the Dragonborn. And we'll take
All
Brooke.
right.
Does
Oh,
that leaves
Oh,
me
you
with
take.
Brigham?
Okay, I guess.
never mind. Maybe the ranger would want to go with Brooke.
I mean, you can all have me. You just gotta
Which,
fight over it.
which ranger?
I forget. We have two.
I
My bad.
I am fine with going with Miranda, but only Miranda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there a
Heyo.
thing between these two that I don't know about?
No, I just don't want you coming with us.
Oh, you want it private. I understand.
You're more trouble than it's worth right now.
Sorry, Galen. Keep a good eye on him.
Oh boy.
And don't let him talk.
I don't know if
So
she's gonna be able to do that.
It's up to me to talk to people?
Okay.
Oh. Let's think about this, guys.
All right, we'll take the ne'er-do-well.
So who does that leave me paired with?
Bring him in his jelly donut.
Yeah.
All right. So you plan to split up and sort of spread out through the town, asking around local businesses. I assume is sort of the idea. Sort of go
Yeah.
door to door.
Yeah, business to business. Blacksmith, the pastry guy, the bookstore, some of the other shops around.
Okay.
Real
Give
quick.
me the. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. Is there? Would I be able to roll history? See if there's any shops, influential shops in the surrounding area around the CD bar, whose name I can never fucking remember, despite having it written down like 3 times.
Attillo.
Is it the owner?
Yeah, Attillo Burrows.
Hello, bros.
He is the half orc.
Yeah. Is there any like reputable shops? I should say, like have like a very high income that would probably be like a prime target that Brooke would remember from his years in the past being here.
Yeah, roll a history check.
Will do. 14.
14. You don't know names exactly. You do remember there's a bar sort of in the air that's a little better quality. That's solely a bar. It's not an inn or anything. And you do remember of a blacksmith. You don't remember the name exactly. You just know that it started with a V and it ended with an A. But you know, the blacksmith probably made good money, and that this bar just down the street from the pigs flagon that may be of importance.
Gotcha. Well, Brooke is going to pass along that information to everyone.
Who's Otillo Burrows?
Attila Burrows is the owner and proprietor, the half-orc owner of the
Pigs flagon.
Pigs Flagon.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
CD bar.
current owner of that place?
Yes, he's a current owner.
Okay.
He
Brooke knew in some capacity that he is not letting on, other than clearly some form of jovial respect. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have risked the fight. The previous owner, some 30, 20 years ago.
Okay.
Well, we can take the blacksmith. I have kind of a rapport with him.
Sounds good to
The
me.
blacksmith.
Did he make the
you
scales
saw
for
was
you?
the Jerry Crane.
No.
this is
but-
a different blacksmith.
Yeah.
By the
Oh,
way.
is it?
There are several blacksmiths
Oh, okay.
in the area.
Seems to get along with well blacksmiths. Anyways, hammered. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Miranda, Rogar, and Brooke going with the blacksmith. Who's
Okay.
taking the tavern itself.
Probably shouldn't be Brooke. Oh, you're coming with
No.
us.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
to remember. Well, there's Kaelin and Brigham and Okada and Leah. So they can go wherever the hell they want.
Where would you guys like to go? You got the you can go looking around for other bars. You can roll a investigation check and just sort of ask around, I guess.
Okay, I'll roll an investigate check.
So this is going to be something that people are going to be hesitant to talk about, I imagine. Are we going to have an interaction with each of us, or do we need to just make an overriding roll?
That's a good question.
I mean,
The blacksmith, they will have an interaction since that's a specific place. With the investigation check, it would probably lead you to one of the bars that you would have an interaction with one of the people. I'd say.
And, yeah, don't forget you guys can do teamwork on certain checks.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So Kaylin, roll. See if you can find somebody who's willing to talk about a place.
Okay,
need your help.
I just rolled an investigation check. Do you want me to re-roll or?
Yeah.
Wait,
Or was it 14?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Assume Brigham is helping.
Is Brigham's with you helping?
You can roll with advantage, probably, right?
Yep, that's how it
Yeah.
works.
How many groups are we in right now?
Okay.
3.
3.
3.
It's Miranda, Rogar, Brooke. They're going for the blacksmith.
Okay.
Damn.
You finally you find this bar that was sort of mentioned by Brooke in passing. Excuse me. It's called the Olive Cat, and you walk in, and it is run by a very stern-faced elf. She sort of runs a tight ship. Everything is very clean. Everything's very proper in its place, and it's currently it's empty. But she looks like she's preparing for the evening rush and the thing once night hits and bars start to get busy.
Okay.
Oh,
and-
okay, wait. Let me note that down. Hold on. So what was it called?
It's
I
the
thought
Olive
Cyrus
Cat.
was writing it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Oh, sorry, that part.
We don't know who owns it, right?
No, you
Just
haven't.
an elf.
You don't.
Give
Just
me
a
the name, Shadowed.
stern-faced elf behind the bar. Her name is Krim,
Name of the location.
the Olive Cat.
Oh, you're writing it? Okay.
I'll even put it underneath where everyone is going currently.
That works.
All right. Shall we?
Think it's time.
We
Okay. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, so you just walk in, I assume.
Mhm.
She sees you as she's sort of wiping her counter, and she asks, "We're not quite open yet. We're sort of preparing for the dinner rush."
Sorry for the intrusion. Just had a couple questions.
She looks at you a little confused. What kind of questions?
Caitlin looks at Brigham, kind of like, help.
In Elvish, I speak Elvish. I don't know if
Okay.
so. In Elvish, I want to say, we've heard that there might be some less than ideal characters maybe messing with local business. You know anything about that?
Roll a persuasion check. Okay. She's surprised first off that you know Elvish. You're a human, correct?
Yeah.
So seeing somebody who speaks it and you speak it pretty like fluently, it's not broken or anything like that. She understood you completely, and she sort of looks around and she replies back in Elvish. By the way, Kaylin, you're elf too, right? So you speak.
Correct. Yes.
So you also understand. So okay. So you understand everything that's being said. He goes, what do you know about our problems?
That's why we're asking. I don't know. All I know is we've heard reports of, I don't know, what would you call it, Caitlin? Gang or, I don't know,
What-
bullies or
more like
extortionists?
strong hands.
Yeah.
People, or strong arms.
Very, very strong arms, if you were to ask me. Um,
What if we wanted to put a stop to it?
I don't know how you would put a stop to it. I just know they ask for more and more every month, and it's getting to the point where we can't keep up with it.
Yeah, we're going to need to know who they are.
They go by a lot of names, but around here we call them the White Lions. Did I say lions or tigers, by the way?
Lions.
Brooke?
And bears.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh my.
Tigers and bears. I was like,
Oh.
I definitely didn't call them white
Ideal.
tigers. That's lame. Lions.
The White
Less-
Tigers.
same
Local high school group.
Yes. Thought I said lions. So yeah, white
Pick up.
lions.
Any idea where they're located or where a starting point would be?
They definitely have. I want to say outposts because I've just been playing squads, but the hideouts, dens, in the area that they sort of operate out of, but nobody big visits those. They're almost as bad as the slums they're in.
This is probably a long shot, but do they wear anything that would identify them as such? Like an armband or anything?
Most of them actually don't show. They're very guerrilla with their activities. Though you may catch somebody with it's a white armband. So it's a white bandana. Somewhere on their arm.
What do they do if people don't pay them?
The last person who didn't pay them, definitely their business was unexpectedly and he says unexpectedly in a unconvincing voice burnt down.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate the help you've given us.
He or she sort of she looks around, seeing that nobody can sort of understand Elvish but you and at the moment he seems pretty happy, or he seems or she seems like she's gotten a lot off of her chest, and maybe something will get done, but she's not getting her hopes up right now.
But before we leave, how much do they ask for?
They asked for a percentage of my weekly or my monthly income. And he said he does a quick calculation. It generally comes to about 100-ish gold. They take from me.
We'll see if we can't get you that gold back. But
He or she doesn't seem convinced, but we'll see what happens. She sort of shrugs and says, "Maybe it's just another drunk come to talk the talk."
Kaylin puts a gold piece on the bar and thanks her again for her time.
Okay. No, she takes it. It's a little confused at first. Make sure it's real gold, and she pockets it. She's, all right, thank you. If you do manage to do something about this, please come back to me. I may be able to offer some assistance to anything you may need.
noted.
Nod at her and smile again.
Okay. I guess at this point, well, what do you want to do?
As we're leaving, I look at Brigham and say, I didn't know you spoke Elvish.
I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
I guess they keep walking after that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you walk out the door to continue sort of asking around and investigating people. Then we can go to the people who sort of went looking for the blacksmith. That's correct.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Leah and Okada have something they want to do first.
Yeah, unless Leo and Okada have something.
I can wait. Where are we going though? Do we even know?
That's up to you two. Alright, so yeah, I guess it's us to the blacksmith.
Okay. So you manage to look around and sort of just by process of elimination, you're gonna spend the time doing it. I assume so. It's not even gonna be worth the roll. Just looking through all the blacksmiths, you come to one that has a V and an A in it, and the name is Vencia. And you walk in, and it is a very large male human who sort of has a hammer in one hand and a piece of metal that he's working on an anvil on another. and as you walk in, he sees you. He stops what he's doing and sort of dunks the piece of metal into the water to sort of cool it. Wipes his brow and he walks up and goes, "What can I what can I do for you?" Sort of with a tired breath. What do you need?
What's his name? The shop is called Vicina?
The Vencia.
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 Well, actually, I'll just ask. What's your name?
The name is Gargak. Who's asking?
I'm Rogar, and I have Miranda and Brooke with me.
Hey, how you doing?
And
Sort of nods at you.
we're looking for some information. Friend Brooke got involved with some not so nice characters at a bar. Apparently, they were trying to extort money out of the owner. You know anything about this?
Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Alright. And he goes, I haven't heard anything about your bar fights
Wait,
or
what?
any
Whoa.
ruckus like that.
No. Brooke pushes past Rogar. You haven't heard of it? Come on, tell me that wasn't all over, like, everywhere? Someone died.
I also never said it was a bar fight.
He looks caught in a lie. He sort of goes, people die all the time in this city. This is Ornrix. Do you know where we are?
Yeah, but not everyone knows about a bar fight.
It's true.
There's no bar fight mentioned.
Insight, please. I'm just
Alright,
gonna roll the check.
Yeah.
$18.
Alright. He is definitely lying. You caught him sort of backtracking, sort of trying to pretend he doesn't know anything about what's going on between those the people that Brooke killed, or person that Brooke killed, and what's going on in this situation.
Okay, so obviously you do know about what happened. We're not here to accuse you of anything. We're here to find out if other people are having similar problems to that barkeep, because we want to help. Is that something? You may have a problem of a similar color?
You want to help, do you? Well, it's it may not be me you need to ask
Who would we need to talk to
help
then?
of. I think it's you who's gonna be needing help. Those guys weren't happy. They're asking around, to say the least.
Are you helping them?
I keep to myself mainly. I can handle myself on my own, but I only deal with what's around me.
Is he lying? I don't know.
Yeah,
Never
you have no
mind.
idea. You cannot tell.
Can't, but maybe Brooke can.
Yeah, well, very well. We're trying to find out if we can even help. I'm sure they're looking for Brooke. But we may surprise them. So if you are having troubles, hopefully we can relieve you of them.
Go ahead. What was the roll for?
Insight.
Oh, his
See whether or
insight.
not he's bullshitting us about not being involved.
He definitely. You can tell he definitely doesn't want to be involved.
Gotcha.
But he is involved in some way.
It's not much to go on, so Brooke's not gonna
Yeah.
really press
You
the
don't
issue.
know. You don't know if he is. Yeah. You don't know how he's helping just yet. You don't know if he's giving them information, or if he's giving you information. But he knows he doesn't want to be involved in either way.
Gotcha. Well, Brooke is gonna step forward, lay a hand on his shoulder, and pat him a bit, and say, "If they come knocking for you, just tell them they can meet me outside the town gates tomorrow. Oh, I don't know, 8 o'clock. Sound good? Great. But don't let they come knocking. Only. Don't go seeking him."
Okay.
That's it. I think we got everything we are gonna get out of this guy.
I agree.
Yeah.
Rogar?
Sounds
Thanks
good.
for your help.
Next suggestion.
Alright, so we're
Rogar
gonna walk
and-
away from the
Yes.
blacksmith so he doesn't hear us.
Okay.
I'm not actually going to the gate, by the way. I was in character.
Why? Why are you whispering?
We're on the street.
So you walked out of the blacksmith. Now you're sort of in the street seeing this. Okay. Cool.
I had to whisper the extra time. So that didn't go quite as planned, but it does tell me that not everyone is affected. Perhaps we should see the local merchants guild, or whatever trade commission they have.
Does this city have like a bazaar?
Yes.
Do we want to head
I
toward
definitely have
their
a bizarre.
merchant bazaar and see if there's something we can find there?
I also feel like maybe the Thieves Guild would know. I feel like Thieves
Is there,
Guild
is
knows
there a
all.
thieves guild here?
If there is a Thieves
Well, I suppose we're gonna have to find out.
Yeah.
Shadow, did you
Probably-
say what me and Lee are
I
doing?
did. Yes. Oh, she's talking to Shadow. Yeah. Shadow, Leah, and Okada are gonna head over to the tavern.
The pig!
But Brooke is totally on board with the idea of going to the bazaar. In his mind's eye, it's probably the most likely place that we're gonna find multiple people lodging complaints, and more importantly to him, a place where we might be able to actually get a contract to do this kind of thing, which might give us a little bit more like of a official leeway.
Yeah, if it isn't the Thieves Guild strong arming people.
True.
Okay.
Alright.
So we'll go to Leah and Okada, who are gonna head to the Pig's Flagon.
Yes,
To
but
sort of.
before we do that, I am using my disguise kit on both Okada and myself just to make us look not like ourselves.
Okay. How do you want to look?
Different.
Different. Got it.
No,
How?
just like
Leah has a beard and Okada shaved his head.
no, just like
False cap.
kind
Swap
of
looks.
disguise our features, make us look a little bit more like
Leah's
Or
blonde now.
less
Fat.
recognizable.
Fat or older.
Yes, sort
Not
of
not
few extra
distinctive
folds.
less
really at
recognizable
all.
to people who have never seen you. Got it. Perfect.
Well, just so like if we come out of
Yeah,
our
yeah, yeah.
disguises later, it's like they don't recognize us.
No, I understand. So
Yeah.
you sort of just disguise yourself, giving yourself some extra features and taking away some, changing your hair and things of the like.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
like
walk
some contouring
into
and stuff.
you walk into the Pig's Flagon, and it is just as dirty and dingy as when Brooke was here. Some of the dirt looks scuffled from the engagement. This happened
Yesterday.
hours
Not even yesterday.
before.
Yeah, just hours ago.
Yeah, hours before, maybe an hour to 2 hours tops. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt of time and to say it's been 3 hours since it's happened. Things have calmed down a little bit from the killing. They've removed the body. The bartender hasn't gotten around to actually cleaning up the blood, so nobody's just sitting there. And it's just sort of in the area. And the barkeep doesn't look like he's interested in cleaning it up right now, while everybody else is sort of returned to their drinks and is ignoring what has gone on.
Alright, we will approach Otillo? That's his name?
Attillo. Attillo, if you want to roll, it's 2 L's. Attillo. Llo. Attillo.
Atio, okay.
Okada lets Leah do the talking. She's way better at it.
Alright, I'll approach Atio and say, looks like you had some fun earlier today.
He's sitting there just cleaning this dirty glass, but just smudging things. He goes, oh, that's it happens every couple weeks or so. You sort of drown it out eventually.
I can imagine.
It's never been with against those guys, that's for sure.
Really? Those guys pretty special?
They he sort of looks around a little bit. He goes, they're usually the ones dealing the pain, if you know what I mean.
Maybe. I might have heard some rumors. I say it like really quietly.
Okay. I mean,
Perhaps you could clear some of these up for me.
what are you asking about?
I am going to cast message so only he hears me.
Okay.
And say I know about the extortionists and I want to do something to help.
So how does message work? Is it just like, is it in his mind? Does he hear it, but nobody else can hear it? Does he read it?
Kind
I guess
like
you choose, right?
I kind of mouth the words, but like
Okay.
only he hears it. So it looks like I'm talking to him. It's not like just
Okay.
out of nowhere in his head, and he can
Okay.
respond back that only I can hear.
Okay. He looks around. You said it with the use of the magic. It probably amplifies it just a bit and makes it a little bit clearer. And so he thinks you're saying it a little too loudly. But eventually he sort of seen that nobody else has noticed you're talking. He goes, what can you do?
We can solve your problem if you can give us some information.
I know of the local I don't know what he would be in the ranking of the gangster sort of crime syndicate role, but he definitely runs the den in this area. He goes by the name of Satchel. Satchel? Sachil. Satchel?
Satchel?
Sure.
That works. Satchel? And do you know where we could find him?
He likes his gambling, just to put it bluntly. You have to check him out at the you'll be able to find him at the either the Emerald Giraffe or ask around about his base, his hangout.
And you wouldn't know where that is?
I'm
Or maybe know who could tell us?
He sort of thinks really good. I'm not the one to be able to tell you where his hangout is. Maybe ask for Kildeth over at the Emerald Giraffe. They may be able to tell you. You can't tell shit. He doesn't seem to be lying to you, but you don't know for anything. He's lying or telling the truth.
Kildeth, you said?
You believe in everything he's telling you, Okada. Kildeth, yes.
Okay.
Kildeth.
All
They're
right.
not all named Jerry. I went to a different website.
All right. I was gonna try an insight check as well, but that's fine.
No, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Just
Just do it. All right.
Good roll.
Okay. He can't tell you like what street. You can tell can't tell you like what street it's on, or like what the building looks like. He can tell you the general area, and I can definitely he knows the sort of the where they come and go from, and that's what he's hesitant to say to maybe help you a little bit further.
All right. Please, if there's anything else that you can tell us, we can really help your business start booming here.
Thanks for a little. He goes, all right. They're they operate out of the lower third, and I'm gonna get you all a map for next week. But it's sort of basically the center of the town has it's like 90% good quality business, like booming marketplace, and then 10% the lower third of it, or it's not a full third, but it's like the lower 10% of it is like a slums area where sort of bad things and mischief happen, and all things of bad reputation building stuff.
All right.
Yeah. And I gotta get a city map, and I can use Dungeon Painter for that, so that's gonna be fun.
Thank you so much, sir. And just to clarify, the Emerald Giraffe, is that like a casino?
It's what are those Asian dens, Asian underground dens? I forget what they're called. It's not like a Las
Ooh, it's
Vegas
one of those
casino,
places.
but it's one of those like seedy, like they don't play Texas Hold'em in video poker. They're playing Russian roulette and throwing knives at each other kind of games.
All right.
That's the kind of gambling that the man enjoys.
Okay. Okada, is there anything else you thought we should know?
What does he look like?
He is a half orc. He is big, six. I think they're like 6'5" or something like that. He's got a reddish skin, and he's wearing furs. Just a vest of furs.
So, is there anything that would distinguish him from a crowd of half orcs?
He doesn't look. He looks not well cared for, but he doesn't look like he's gone hungry or anything. No distinguishing marks from which you can see. None that are visible.
Thank you for the information.
Attempting to find hidden meaning. Oh wait, that's still the same.
All right. We'll leave, I guess.
I guess we regroup with the rest of them.
Yeah.
We're still headed to the bazaar.
Yeah, we're heading to the
Okay.
bazaar.
All right.
We didn't really
Brigham,
establish a meeting
Nobody
point.
knows that, so I think
I-
we're all just heading to the tavern.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think then you probably meet up with Brigham and Kaylin. I think Brigham just rolled something. Yeah.
So to see, you probably do see her acting nervously or uncomfortably with a 22.
Kaylin, you feeling all right? I mean, I feel a little paranoid too, but seem a little on edge.
Yeah, I never like being in towns, especially the big ones anyway, but this is making it worse.
Mm. Wait, what's making it worse?
Not having my bow on me.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Did we? Sorry,
What's up?
clerical question. Did we all leave? Did they all leave their weapons and stuff in the inn? Because I don't think I ever went up to the room.
Yeah, so that was we're going back to get our stuff. That's like what's going on
okay.
right now.
Okada always has his glaive.
Gotcha. Just wanted to see what was going on with that. Why
Well,
should never bow?
I've got like my quarterstaff on me, but I don't have my bow, and that's definitely what I'm more comfortable with.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
So you've got some form of defense, but yeah. Got you.
So I think what we're looking for at the bazaar, if everybody else is done, I won't interrupt anything.
Nope. I don't think I would have any other reason to continue because I'm pretty sure Brigham feels the same way.
Cool. I think
So-
we are looking for like secluded shops around the bazaar, like tents or things that are set up somewhat away from the rest of the mainstream.
Okay. Sort of. Are you looking for any shop in particular, or literally like a shop that's not on the beaten path,
Burke Rogar.
or that's not on the main path?
I think just any that's not on the main path, unless Burke
Okay.
or Rogar want to change something.
Nope. Good.
Okay.
All right. You sort of. So you walk into. You go down to the market district, and it is bustling. It's mostly booths with awnings over them, and everybody's arguing over price. People are selling fruits, vegetables. There's livestock. There's some people are selling like cheap, like fake magic items, like things that like kids' toys, basically, essentially, fireworks and things like. And you go down this alley, just a little off this path, and you come across a shop. And in it, and hanging from the sort of the sign, it's a mirror, and it's in words etched onto it. It says the Gorgon's mirror, and it's a shop. It's not very large, but it's got a small window in front, and you see sort of just scrolls and like potions and things in it. And you walk in, and it's got several, or it's a soft billowing chimney in there with a nice fire going, and there's a small dragon skull that hangs over the hearth as you walk in, with a grandfather clock, and in one corner, and the lady sitting there looks like she studies there as well as operates a shop out of it.
She human?
Yes, she's a small human.
And what was the shop called again?
It's the Gorgon's Mirror. And she looks up from her books as you walk in, and she's like, "Hello, dearie. What do you need?"
Who wants to take it?
I'm gonna gesture to Rogar again.
Okay. We just got done talking with a blacksmith and looking for some information on some ruffians. They seem to be extorting local shopkeepers. Any
Ruffians.
idea on that?
What do you mean ruffian?
Crooks, criminals, thieves, braggarts, strong arms, general men of the ill repute.
She sort of halfway through. She's like she sort of keep it down, and she sort of hurries you into her shop, and she locks the door and sort of turns the sign over to close. Like, what are you proposing to me right now?
Quick thing before we start the talk. Can I have my familiar circling at like 80 or 90 feet up, just looking down at the shop?
Okay, so before you walk in, you'll
Before
have a
before we walk in, and then while they are talking, wait, does it make me blind and deaf? When I look through the familiar's eyes, I think it says I'm blind and deaf. Anybody remember?
Let's look.
The call
I'm
familiar.
looking, yeah. Find familiar.
Yes, you're definitely blind with regard to your own senses.
Okay.
Okay.
You
So,
can see
yeah.
and hear through it.
So you just
So
check.
you can't do
occasionally.
one or the other.
Yeah.
Everybody can change it
So
So
occasionally.
I can still talk, but I can't hear or see.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Just wanted to check on that.
Probably yell or something because you can control the volume of your voice. Okay, cool. So you have your excuse me, owl flying above, but what's he doing? He's just sort
He's
of
just
you're not
for now.
looking
He's
through him.
circling within mental contact. I don't want him to go outside mental
Okay.
contact, but I'm still here and
Okay.
present.
Okay. Cool. Got it. Rogar, take it away.
So we're proposing to help the town get rid of this problem for you guys.
This is much bigger than a town, dearie.
Very, very well. We propose to help the city, and we've had some interaction with local shopkeepers, and I've run into nothing but friendly people, and I don't think those people should be extorted. So we'd like to take care of this problem for you.
Roll a persuasion check. Right. She sort of looks around, and he goes, "Those the blasted council has been so worried about these trade negotiations with the dwarves that they've been neglecting us." And she sort of gestures to her shop, and she sort of, you can sort of get, she's talking about the whole market district. She goes, the people who work to keep this town running, and those fucking or blasted white lions, they just came in here all of a sudden and sort of staked down a claim for their own, unlawfully, unjustly, unwantedly.
At this point, I'm going to go into the owl when I hear her say white lions and start checking to see if anybody is listening outside the building or walking up on it.
Alright. How does that work? You roll a perception check then?
I roll
Or
with
do you have a passive
advantage.
perception? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's with the owl stats.
With the
isn't it?
owl, the
Yeah,
owl has
with the owl
advantage.
stats.
With the owl's
Cool.
stats.
Cool. And you're looking for people that are sort of stopping at the window and things like that?
Stopping at the windows, listening against the doors,
Okay.
generally being sneaky.
Okay.
So there's a group of us,
Yeah, keep talking, I'll roll.
and we have some experience with getting rid of unwanted people from cities or towns.
Generally, removing people from existence. It's a strong suit of mine, you might say.
Roll. That's with advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like a fucking a 4. The 15. It's off the beaten path. but it's not a untraveled path. So there are people passing by. Nobody looks like they're slowing down right now. Yeah, no. For right now, it looks generally clear. Anybody going by is just sort of going about their business.
Sounds good. I'm gonna come back to myself then.
Okay. And she looks at Brooke. Removing people from existence would make me feel better for sure.
Good enough to
But
maybe offer a reward for these services? Other than, I mean, look, I enjoy, always love this town. Been here multiple times. The long years of my life. And I enjoy the people here. But we are risking our necks. And an important thing is proper rewards for proper work.
Well, Brooke, excuse my friend. I think this is really an issue we should talk to council about.
I know.
Is there a way that you can put us in contact with council?
More importantly, do you think the council would be interested in having us remove their problem for them?
I mean, what
at
you
a
just
price?
said sounds like they don't care much about the problem.
Well, there's going to be more problem for them if they don't deal with it, so it might be something they'd be willing to pay for to go away.
Sounds like they don't have the time to deal with it. So if we were
True.
able to take care of it for them, it might be gracious.
What do you think? What's her name? Did we even ask her name? Shit.
Nope.
Did we even ask her name?
I don't think
shit.
we did.
No, actually, no. You never actually asked her
Alright.
name. See the
Brooke-
name.
Brooke turns to her. Hold on. Brooke turns to her real quick. What do you think? Before we start arguing about this endlessly here in your shop. You know, it's rude me. I haven't even asked your name yet.
The name is Lily. Lily Franklin,
Ah, what a lovely name.
right? This is Jerry.
Lily with 2 L's or 1?
2 L's. Well, 3. L-I-L.
What's your shop sell again?
It's an alchemist shop. It's got potions mostly.
Cool.
Few scrolls, mostly potions. Nothing of incredible arcane things that would interest Miranda.
I think for Miranda,
she's
but
interested in
potions interest Brooke.
Yes.
Miranda's having a very hard time not dragging her attention off the conversation to go look.
Well, Lily, I suppose the question is, would you be able to put in a good word with us, an audience with this council of yours? And he spies all the potions around, and between you and me, maybe a little bit of a discount on some of your liquid wares. After we deal with the problem, of course, with proof.
She goes, tell you what. I'll get you hooked up. I'll get you in contact with. Hooked up's a bad phrase, but yeah. I'll get you in contact with Hagar.
Hagar.
He's not on the council yet, but his family is or his uncle is, and is training him to take over the role.
See, where can we find this Hagar?
You'd need to go to the council hall. I don't want to say it's not like a giant dome like Capitol building. It's a big hall where a lot of the fucking things that would make the city run
Government
would
buildings.
go. Government buildings and things like that.
Civil
sort of
district.
Yeah, like a civil
civil district where it's got like courtrooms and
Gotcha.
office buildings and things that would be similar.
You happen to be able to point out the direction we need to head over there? Perhaps, perhaps you could give us a missive that we can hand over. Let them know that you sent us.
As a merchant
He
in the city that they counsel.
goes, I may be able to write something up, and he or she, sorry, so Lily, she grabs some parchment and she quickly writes out a note, sort of explaining that these people are looking to help us with our local crime problem. Please hear them out, at the very least. I stake my reputation as the owner of the Gorgon's Mirror that this may be the answer to our problems. And she writes it, she seals it up, and she puts her seal on it, sort of her store mark. It's just a wax seal of a mirror.
I'll take that.
Okay. And she hands it to Miranda.
And I just kind of reach around everybody and grab it.
That way, okay. Feisty. He's got our hands under some paper. Well, thank you very much, Lily. It's been very helpful, I suppose. Suppose we should probably be leaving your shop before we draw any unwanted attention, though. So we will make our way out. And I will be back eventually.
Before we leave, just to check real quick.
Do again? Say again?
Back to the owl before we leave. Like right after I grab the
good.
letter. Right as he says we're going to leave.
Okay.
And she's
So, roll a perception check.
There's advantage. 20. Oh.
20. Oh, yeah.
Nope.
15,
18.
Yeah, two. I was like
18.
I don't know, that first one, the 13. I'm just kidding with the 15. It again looks like traffic is normal. Somebody slowed down to see that your shop was closed and there are people in it. It's not a large window, but people definitely can see in your shop or in the shop.
Did I see what the guy looked like? What he was wearing? Was there a white armband?
Definitely. You didn't see a white armband, but he was not dressed like a commoner. He was dressed a little longer with a thicker coat than the people around him, and he looked like he was sort of scanning around. Like he looked at the place longer than he should before moving on. And he sort of headed off deeper into this the shady district. And I'm gonna get y'all guys a map for next week.
Come back out of the owl before they walk out the door.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna join us again? Wonderful.
Yes, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Well, let's continue.
How does this? So is it like Game of Thrones where your like eyes like glaze over?
Yeah,
and,
pretty much.
And things like that. So do you like go limp? Do you just
no,
like fall there?
I can keep control of all my faculties. I just can't hear or see through my own body. I can talk.
Okay.
I can feel. I could walk technically if I wanted to.
Just run into things.
Yeah. Like with a guide.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Sorry if I missed anything.
No. We're just continuing on. We're leaving.
Jimmy noticed that there was a person who paid more attention to the shop being closed than was warranted. We may have somebody watching us leave the shop.
Oh, wonderful.
Lily,
Lily,
do you have a back entrance?
What I was about to ask.
Oh, she says I do have an entrance I used to take out the trash. Straight through there, and she sort of points towards a hallway.
Would you mind
at the back of the shop?
If we used that? I believe we may have had someone watching your entrance, the entrance to your shop, and we don't want to draw any attention to you.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh God. Wow.
Oh.
Not gonna work.
All right. She goes. Somebody. What do you mean? Somebody stopped and stared at my shop. Or am I about to be What's about to happen?
Brooke thinks for a minute, grabs a hold of Miranda and Rogar, and starts shoving them towards the door. Give me about 5 seconds, and I'll solve this problem. Pushes the both of them out the door.
She starts stammering. She looks confused.
Just pantomiming to just be quiet for a little bit longer. He pretty much almost throws about the door in front of him, and then walks out in the street, raises a fist as he looks back inside and says, "And don't you ever think about telling those men about the interrogation. We will be back and we will burn this shop down. Possibly next week when we have time, but we will be back." And I'm going to roll deception on that.
Okay.
13. Not great,
Um,
bad.
You don't.
I don't know how many people are
I mean,
around.
we don't know who's watching. It's more for
Yeah.
possible audience.
Yeah, you're possible audience. So you're yelling at them, pretending to be the shop owner.
Oh no, I'm pretending to be yelling at her.
Okay.
Pretending to be threatening her.
Okay.
The shop owner?
Okay.
It's meant to more just generally deception of the area.
Got it.
Anybody who might be
Of
watching.
the area. Anybody in the area. So the shopkeeper doesn't believe you. She understands. Anybody in the area who wasn't listening in, looks like you just came out of a lock shop. It's definitely would be convincing, especially Rogar. Were you there?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
with them.
If you were there, then that's a dragonborn sort of intimidating and things like that. So I see generally people not knowing of the situation, the conversation between you. I'd say you did succeed in intimidating or deceiving them into thinking this was an intimidation meeting, but the shopkeeper wasn't fooled. She knows you're. That was a lie.
Wonderful.
Cool.
And Brooke is going to bustle the rest of them out, and I suppose we're going to head back to the inn real quick before we head on over to Hagar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haggard.
Would one of you guide me the entire way? I can pretend to be. Just hold my shoulder or my hand or my arm and guide me back. I'm going to make sure no one follows us.
I know I was bullshitting about being drunk before, but the whole other thing, I wasn't serious. I was quite serious about the whole Tanya thing. I'm a man of. I'm not going to hold your hand when I'm getting in here.
Rogar?
We don't know each other that well.
I'll guide you, but I'm not going to hold
Alright, I'm
your
going to put
hand.
my hand on your shoulder.
Yeah. Just as an aside, I feel like we should do this like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes, I'm okay with that. Anybody have any sunglasses?
Oh, God.
All right.
All right. I'm going to use Jimmy to watch our backs. I'm going to stay about 80 or 70 feet behind us and 20 or 30 feet up.
Okay. Cool. So people would see this in your eyes, like they would know that you're not all there unless you did have the sunglasses, right? Just making sure I understand.
I'm gonna try and maybe I need a performance check this, but I'm gonna try and pantomime being able to see where I'm going. Or maybe I'm gonna pantomime being drunk, so my head's gonna be down and bobbing a lot.
Okay.
Eyes closed.
I think that would be fine. I think.
Is this a deception roll?
I don't know.
Brooke could assist with that.
It's either deception or performance.
I would say. I mean, he's trying to deceive. I mean, he could combine the two. Maybe
you're trying to lie. Yeah.
Maybe see how well his performance goes and see how many people are fooled by it. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Whichever's higher.
Roll whatever. Yeah, just roll whatever.
They're the same.
They're both the same. All right. Well, Brooke can definitely assist
advantage?
using his normal loudmouth method. Yeah, because I'm assisting you in this.
How
gonna
are you
be-
assisting?
Yeah.
It's going to
So
be going
roll-
on
roll
and on
deception
about
with
how
advantage.
much we've been drinking and oh god, you can't hold your liquor, lightweight thels, all that fun stuff.
Thank God.
Oh god.
All right.
A little bit better.
10 would probably. It's not hard to pretend to be drunk, especially since you're blind, so you probably would be stumbling a little
Yeah.
bit. So yeah, generally to people not just passing by, they would think you're drunk,
Okay.
especially with Brooke talking about how much liquor you inhaled.
So 17 is the general, just from the place we were at back to the bar, just watching the whole way.
Okay.
That's just 17 to be the general perception from Jimmy.
Yeah, just watching the entire
Just making
time.
sure nobody's following us, obviously.
Nobody's obviously following you. You didn't look like you caused a lot. The only looks you really got and stares sort of following you back was just your drunk act. But nobody looked like they were following you for any suspicious reasons. As of now, maybe word hasn't gotten around or something.
Alright. And then I'm going to come out of it as we get back inside the inn. I think as we're coming through the door.
Kick down the door.
All right. So who is left? And we can start wrapping it up before we move it on, so I can get y'all maps and things of the
I think
area.
everyone is at the tavern right now.
Is everyone back at the tavern?
Everyone's back at the
Yeah,
tavern.
we're
have anything
actually
left to do?
jamming right now.
Yeah, we're
Jabbing.
having a little jam
Tavern's
sesh.
Oh, I don't know.
Nice. Cool.
Three of us walk in and
Roll a performance check. Let's see if you made any money.
they're looking for tips.
Oh yeah,
Got
are
the
you looking
hat.
for tips?
I said to say,
She's
Yeah,
always-
yeah, I got my
Bought-
cap.
you bought the hat.
God.
Boom!
Yeah. Did you say it?
Boom!
Oh wow,
jeez.
got it.
All right.
do I have to make one as well, or can I
So
just ride on?
Okada's jam is fucking amazing.
Say
Leah.
Okada's for the group. Oh,
Yes.
What's this do we
Yes.
average?
Nice. Shanties.
I like to imagine that's Brigham singing right now.
Sure.
Please.
Like ever so slightly drunkenly singing.
Clearly walked into something interesting.
Brigham, are you with us?
Yeah.
Was that you
You're
singing?
singing?
He's singing
Yeah,
a
that's
shanty
the
lyric.
idea.
Awesome.
That is
That's the idea. Yeah.
We got a thing going here, guys.
Yeah, we're jamming.
All right.
I nailed
All right.
it.
I'll say the 20 is good. Well, I'll get you guys some gold. Cool. Does anybody want to do anything before we sort of wrap it up? And I'll tell you what I have to get y'all ready for, or I have to get ready for you guys to make sure this is good.
Brooke is going to inspect the ale.
Okay. Oh,
We're in.
how does you stepped far away from it, Miranda?
Far away
What's
from
the
what?
distance? The alarm and the ale. You sort of just left it. Is
It's
there
Hold
a
on,
range?
hold on. How long
What,
does
a
it last?
mile?
How long
Yeah,
does
it's
it
a
last? And
mile.
is there a range? A
A
mile?
mile is the range. I would hear it if it was in a mile. It doesn't mean it wouldn't go off. I just wouldn't know about it if I went outside a mile.
All right.
Yeah, it's 1 mile, and I believe it lasts 8 hours.
And the alarm was set to go off in the inn, right?
It would go off as a very loud noise within the inn if somebody other than Brooke reached into that small space. It doesn't protect the jug, it's just the space. So if he took the mug out of there, the space is still alarmed.
All right. There's a 50-50 shot that his ale got stolen. You ready? All right. It's safe. Cool.
So it's still sitting there.
Caresses his barrel of
your mug
ale
is still
lovingly.
Alright,
Never
I
leave you
dispel the alarm as I see him pick it up. I don't
Okay.
want that going off. And then
So,
I'm gonna sit down and read more of the books that I got. Just kind of
Okay.
nearby.
Cool. All right. I guess we'll wrap it up here.